We're starting to run about 3 or 4 minutes late. We're going to go ahead and call this meeting to order. It's a call meeting for the purpose described below, which is number one, call meeting. Number two, conduct a public hearing regarding the following road. A, the right-of-way abandonment in Henderson Mountain Road and Jerusalem Church Road. Mr. Landry, would you like to talk to that, or you want to get Justin Kilgore, or Wesley?
Yes.
Give us an overview quickly on what we're trying to accomplish.
You should have a copy of the packet in front of you, and that will show you the contents of it. Now, this is a proposed abandonment of right-of-way that was in configuration for a development that never happened. So when they did the development, they increased the right-of-way in yoke form at that intersection. And when Mr. Ellsbury bought all of the lots except for one or two, he's asking that we would put it as pre-subdivision in the right-of-way abandonment. You'll see the maps are in there, they're all labeled, and the subdivision maps in there, the survey that Mr. Ellsbury had done to show the abandonment is there. Any questions?
The notchbacks that I see over here, is he just wanting to, Mr. Ellsbury, you just wanting to square it up, or you wanting to take those, look like the acceleration lanes that were actually originally set up for that area?
Correct. Now that there is, if you'll notice, he has his survey, and that's going to be on page 5.
This first one here.
Okay.
Just the first one off the intersection is the one he's talking about, taking in, bringing that straight across.
Now, if you'll go on, you'll see. Correct. That right there.
That right there.
Correct.
Yeah. He's looking at taking, yeah.
On page 5, I believe.
Because there's another one up above it there.
Right. No, we're leaving that one as it says because it matches the other side. If you'll notice on page 5, it will show what his current survey is proposing. And that's exactly what you drew off. Okay? And if you'll continue, you'll see that he has a landscape plan that he wants to put in place. And just for clarification in this, you'll notice that we have a restriction in the quitclaim deed, if it's successful, that would restrict him from subdividing this property on Jerusalem Church Road or Henderson Mountain Road for any further commercial or residential development. So if that occurs, then it will go back to the right-of-way distribution that was post-subdivision.
Is there anything that could be in the future for interference for water line or any right-of-way that could be caused on that one?
That's also listed in there. The utilities are for determination are noted, and they're not in any part of that particular intersection.
Is there any reason that you can think of, or Justin, Mr. Kilgore can think of, that would interfere with the public or the county holding on to that property for maintenance, or do you see a reason why we should hold on to it?
We looked at everything, and I particularly did, and didn't see any of the same types of right-of-way procurement on the other corners that would indicate maybe a roundabout or something to that effect. What I did see is that directly across the street, Pickens County owns.
Correct.
Okay, so it's in line with the existing right-of-way configurations for the rest of the intersection.
Ms. Denny, Mr. Barnes, have y'all got any questions or anything on that particular parcel?
No.
don't have any. I can't think of anything. So mainly you're just want to take the property over, you can keep it cleaned up.
That's
keep it
correct. So-
maintained.
Yes, and he mentioned the landscaping plan. The landscaping plan was actually not for me. I'm trying to get back so that I had an architect draw it up. Because I'm not sure if anybody drives by there regularly, there were bottles and needles and things like that that were left and abandoned there, and there was a lot of rotten wood and old rotten structure, and so I'm proposing that amount of spend directly there on the corner for the residents to beautify that corner.
And if the county was so hard to more or less give him that property back, it's not going to interfere with the other three corners there. Everything lines everything back up like it.
It was an exaggerated yoke because of the development, and they wanted to make sure there weren't any problems with A-cell, D-cell, or anybody coming in and out of that proposed development. And when that was gone, we tried to figure out why it was so profuse in the first place, and we could not figure that out.
I don't guess you'd want to take over that piece of property there and then maintain it all the way down Jerusalem Road to Highway 53 on both sides.
I can give you a bid.
Pardon? Is there anybody opposed to what's being proposed at this time on that particular property? Don't everybody speak at one time, we can do one. Well, I don't have, personally, I don't have an issue with it. Mr. Barnes, Ms. Denny?
No problem.
Well, at that being said, then I need a move and a second to approve.
Second.
Have a move and a second. Any further discussion? None being, all in favor, know by saying aye.
Aye.
None opposed, thank you.
Thank you.
All right, at this time, that brings us down to item number 3 under adjournment. This meeting is now adjourned. Thank y'all.